What's up guys, Aaron from the Wisco guys. Today we're going to be installing the Sounds Good Stereo Stealth behind the seat enclosure, 2 sundown 6.5s, kicker key, all the other equipment that comes with it, block off panel for the hole in the back of the cab, zip ties, power wires, bass knob. This kit comes with everything you need to add a sub to the back of your F-150. So this one is a 2022 with the B&O 8-speaker system, XLT. So yeah, I'll be doing a little walkthrough how I install it. Alright, little update. Here's how I cut the carpet based off of their pictures. And moving on, we're starting to get the power and ground wire run. I'll show you how I have that. Got the battery disconnected. We've got the negative terminal hooked up here. We've got it going in between that bunch of wires there. So that comes down behind the fender liner and comes behind this plastic piece right here. We route it along the frame there. And then it comes out the top of the, kind of around that body mount right there. And then I've got zip ties and Christmas tree zip ties holding it along the frame. So we'll run her back like that. Next thing we're gonna do is drill our 2 holes right down here and put our little grommets in there to bring the wire up and around through the back here. I also put a little bit of sealant around that block off plate. It already has a gasket on it, so I don't think it's really necessary, but I don't want any water going back there, so well, we'll put a little bit extra on there just to be safe. I'll catch up with you when I get the wire on. Alright, just wanted to show you. Got those 2 wires running through there using those grommets that they supplied. Those work really well. I really like them. Bring it up behind this trim panel right here, up to that wire harness coming across. And we made it to right there. So at this point, gonna get the back carpet back in it. Gonna get the sub fit in there and then start working on getting the amp rack in there. Alright, amp rack is in there. Back carpet is back on. Wires are run behind there. Got her wired into the amp right there. We've got the B&O amp bolted or screwed onto the board there. The only issue I had was I had to cut a couple tabs off of the Sounds Good stereo jumper wire. There's a couple tabs, they were like a millimeter or 2 off from fitting in, so I just nipped those off and everything plugged right in. Yeah, the only thing is just watch out for that big bolt or that big stud that sticks up through the floor, so make sure you don't hit that when you go to put that sub in. But yeah, drop it in, and I've got the bass knob plugged in right now. Everything else is plugged in. I'm gonna hook up the battery, and right, so we just fired it up for the first time. Sounds great. It's like the perfect amount of bass to where, you know, anyone who enjoys some bass, you're gonna hear it, but it also is super clear with the music. There's no distortion, it's not too much bass, it's the perfect amount to just bump some good music and really enjoy it. And I'm actually surprised with how the stock speakers do in the truck too. They really actually have a little bit of volume to them, more than I expected to go along with the sub. So yeah, there it is installed. See, I got the heat shrink on there and the connectors going. I just have to tidy this up back here before I put the seats back up. I've got the B&O amp screwed to the amp rack there. The only thing I haven't done is ran the base wire. Kind of running short on time, so I'm just going to leave that zip tied up back there. For the most part, I'm just going to have that thing up pretty much all the way. Maybe at a later date I'll run that, and to run that you would take off the side panel here, bring it up down through there, come down through this panel right here, up behind there, pop this panel off here, pop your headlight switch out, and that blank right there, you'll drill a hole through it and mount it right there. Like I said, I'm kind of running out of time today. I might do that at a later date, but for now I'm just gonna leave it zip tied in the rear and enjoy it cranked up. All right, one last thing, I'll show you how I have it connected to the battery. We've got the negative terminal connected right there, and we've got the positive connected there. I've got a slot cut out of the rubber right there, so the rubber fits down over it nicely. We went back through in between that wire harness right there rating down. I still have some zip tying to do, but brought it down behind that plastic shield right there. This will all get tied up. And then using a combination of zip ties, we bring her along the frame right to the back here, where it comes up right below here. Run it up behind this panel, zip tied to the wire harness going back around there, and then drop it down to where it mounts to the amp. All right, I did pull the carpet back out just to get everything fitting again. It was a little bit tight right on that module back there, so I pulled the carpet out, got the sub back where it needs to be, so now I can tip it forward, get the carpet back in there. I did clean up this a little bit right here. I think it might have supposed to run the wires through that hole that they had there, but I didn't see that till now, so I just drilled a couple holes, put those zip ties with the Christmas trees on it to hold it. So I think that'll be just fine for me. I briefly watched the Sounds Good Stereo video on it, so I recommend you guys watch that and follow that step by step. I watched over it briefly, but if you want a full proper install what they recommend, I'd recommend going and watching that video. So, but yeah, this is kind of what I did, and it works good, and I like it. And yeah, just got to get the back carpet in here and button her up, and we should be all set. All right, we'll do a little demo of it. I don't know how much you'll actually be able to hear through the GoPro, but it sounds really, really good. So yeah, really happy with it. Love the system. Sound Good Stereo. If you want to add some bass to your truck, this is the best way to go. I'm super happy with it. I give it a 10 out of 10. Installation was straightforward. Their videos helped me, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. I just want to let you guys know that I watch the Sounds Good Stereo install videos, and my install differs from theirs just a little bit. I tried to use them as a reference as much as I can, but without going back and forth through the video every 2 minutes. Some of the stuff I did is different compared to the Sounds Good Stereo. If you want to do it the way that Sounds Good Stereo recommends, I highly recommend watching those videos. We'll have them linked in the description. So yeah, this is going to differ a little bit. None of the videos were exactly the kit or the truck that I have, so a few of the things were a little bit different, but other than that, for the most part, watch those videos for a full in-depth video on where locations are, how to run things. Like I said, mine differs a little bit from theirs. So yeah, super easy install. I've got nothing but good things to say about this. Anyone who's looking for a subwoofer upgrade for a B&O 8 speaker, this is the way to go. Yeah, I'm give it a 10 out of 10. It's awesome. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, thanks for watching.